This training video is to improve the efficiency in placing cars on the green. What seems casual or a coincidence in the perfect line of cars in each class is actually the last step in a very carefully laid out plan. The field layout team spends an enormous amount of time in planning the precise placement of each car and the positioning of each class. Nothing is left to chance in this final step. Our job is precisely placing each car, completing the final step in the finished look of the field. We don't need to know these precise angles or details on these drawings. They are merely shown to convey how much effort goes into the positioning of each of the 200 plus cars on the field. The first red box represents the first car being placed in the class. This pattern then repeats, showing the placement and angle of the second car. Each class will have a post designating the start of that class. It is imperative that we place the first car in that class closest to the position nearest the pole. The partial arrow tick mark always designates the front left tire. The left rear tire will always be the straight line. Ideally, you want to have the first car at rest and in the correct position before starting placement on the second car. When we arrive at dawn, the only references we will have will be the tick marks and the class pole. When you are placing the first car in that class, it is important to get this car into the position closest to the class pole. Again, our job is to place the car in this precise position. Not here, and not here. Exactly here, 222 times, hopefully in the first attempt. But if it takes a few approaches, so be it, explaining to the driver the importance of these precise positions. Pay no attention to their entry number and do not try and place them in numerical order. If there is a no-show in that class, this method avoids having a gap in the line. The entrance placard is very important to the organizers and the media. When a winner crosses the ramp, this placard is the only reference the media has to identify the type of car, its class, and the owner's name. As soon as practical after placing the car, this placard is to be placed over the front license plate. If the car does not have the provision for mounting a license plate, then place it to the right-hand side at bumper level. If there is no bumper or method of mounting, like on competition cars, then you will have to get creative. Working with the owner's permission, you will likely need to use this third leg crutch to locate 3 positions directly onto the bodywork. This crutch will be pre-assembled with double-sided foam tape. Remove the tape covers and assemble it to the placard. Then fit it directly to the bodywork. If this is not adequate, do not hesitate using looped packing tape to make sufficient contact in these 3 areas. Make sure this placard is secure enough to make the journey up to and across the ramp.
Right there.
Thank you for paying close attention to these placement details. As you can now hopefully appreciate, your efforts in placing each car is critical to the event's overall visual appeal. Like the cars themselves, it is this attention to detail that differentiates Pebble Beach as the premier concours in the world. On behalf of the entire Concours team, thank you for your efforts in implementing this placement plan.